I'm a big Aimpoint fan. I've got like 3 dozen Aimpoints.
Awesome.
So
well,
yeah,
you are awesome.
Well, thank you. Well, it's I own Aimpoints that are 45 years old, and I own some that were made last year. So
cool.
I shoot them all. I will shoot the Glock first. That's all right.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
And you're just shooting from the head mount?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just shooting footage from the top here. Yeah.
Fire at will.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Wait, I actually need to. I run my P2s nearly at max brightness. I got perfect vision.
Do it.
Does not bloom at all. So. I'm just sucking here personally.
That's all good.
Oop. Always ride the slide release on these Glocks.
Yep.
No, I dig it. Here, I'll put that brightness back down for you. Yeah, no, I dig it. I own 2 P2s, and of course it's been a pain in the ass to get them, but yes. I'm glad that I did. I've owned 4 P1s. He's got a P1. Multiple, I think I have a half dozen micros.
Nice.
Great optics. I got 5,000, 2,000s, 1,000s electronics.
That's awesome.
Yep.
The only problem guys have with the real old sites is they can't find the mercury batteries.
So, and that's the thing.
Run.
I've contacted your warehouse like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you talked to John.
Yep. Yep. I've talked to them, and they're like, "Try this," and I try it, and then I'm like, I found that if you just stack batteries, the optic doesn't care. I'm just like, I've even done shit like I throw a diamond there with the batteries to make a space. I'm like, hey, you know, it turns on, like you know, works fine there.
The LEDs aren't too picky.
No, no, no. And I've done a bunch of stuff because I've been looking for information for the old optics, and I found jack shit. So I'm like, well, I guess I have to go make the content for it.
Interesting.
So yeah,
that's
cool.
cool.
I love it. The old optics are so nifty, and the fact that you know, if you have an Aimpoint from 45 years ago, you throw it on your rifle or your whatever,
works great.
It's just a red dot. It's just smaller. Shoot with both your eyes open, shoot.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Good stuff, man.
I dig it. I dig it.
You're a Aimpoint expert.
I don't know if I would say expert. I do have people who ask me a lot of questions about it. So I have, and I will say this, you know, for owning all these ones, people are like, so which one's your favorite? I'm like, favorite? They all do the same thing.
Correct.
Which one works the best? That's my favorite. So I use T2s and comp M5s on the rifles and Acros on the pistols. Simple as.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because it really does just come down to, if there's not some type of mounting consideration with a handgun, it's really just size and weight. They're like, they see all these different, you know, the hunters and the 9000s and the this and that. They're like, what's the difference? I'm like, they all do the same.
They're all glowing tubes. You put batteries in and they work for, you know, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, there's some small detail differences in that may or may not apply, but for the most part, shoot it, it's gonna work for you.
Well, and even like everybody's like, oh fuck, P1 only has like 3-week battery. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. And I change it.
Once a month. Well, I was getting 5 to 6 weeks out of mine.
I was gonna say mine have run a lot longer.
Yeah. Again, I crank mine at
but I'm like max brightness all the time. Yeah. Sure. Can I have it? It's like the exact thing I know to change. I'm like, money.
Yeah, I was just doing mine first of the month.
Max bright.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill a lot faster because you'll probably notice that the final setting is disproportionately brighter.
Yeah.
Because that's like a, oh shit, it's really bright out, and I really need to see it. You can hold it next to the damn sun.
And you'll see it. Well, and he knows how much of a stickler I am for bright optics because I have perfect vision. So I'm like, I need to have a bright optic because it doesn't bloom for me. I do night vision shooting, and I always hear people talk about EOTech's great night vision. Like, I use an Aimpoint, and I shoot better than everyone else does.
I freaking love this with night vision.
Oh yeah, it's so crisp. But even the P1 was great on night vision goggles.
Oh yeah.
I have PVS 31 dual tubes, and it works great. And I use my T2 for night vision shooting. The only thing I found out, I have 2 clear caps. Okay. And I always kept them closed. Okay. I moved to Utah, where it's a lot colder than where I was on the East Coast. I had frost buildup on my lenses because it did that. And I'm like, they're like, what's wrong with your optic? I'm like, get the frost off of there and get back to shooting. Yeah. Exactly. So, and that's the thing, is that I really enjoy Aimpoints because they work.
And the gun will transfer
Well, this is on an AR on a Unity mount, so it's not going to transfer that quickly unless I lit it on fire. Which under the Aimpoint would survive that. I wouldn't, you know.
On the T2.
Oh yeah.
Flip caps for the
I've seen that. Yeah. I mean, I have a T2 on my primary gun and then a comp M5 on my secondary gun, and then I've got like 3 T1s. I've got an H1. I have one of the old R1s that are like the silver H1s.
You know, I just actually stopped running flip caps.
Really?
Because we would get sights back from the Air Force that were beat to shit. I mean, worse than the Army.
Oh yeah.
They'd send them in a 5-gallon bucket just full of sights. Anodizing's worn off. They're beat to shit.
Oh yeah.
Big crack scratch. Oh yeah. The lenses were always in really good shape.
Yeah.
So the lenses are very tough. Very hard to shoot. You know, harder probably than the anodizing.
Sure.
So with the T2, with the extended, you know, tube, and it's kind of
occludes it. Yeah.
Like, you know what? I just don't remember.
And I was telling her over there, the only Aimpoint I've ever actually broken, I jammed a VP9, a milled VP9 by the way, not an optic ready one, so it's a little bit further forward, into a Safariland holster, and cracked my Acro's front glass. Still worked, but I sent it in, and you guys got me a new Acro, or got it back to me within like 2.5 weeks.
And that's just the...
That was the sacrificial lens.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
The first of the 4 lenses.
So it doesn't affect...
Oh yeah, I actually still have the pictures, because I felt, my roommate was like, what did you do to your optic? I'm like,